Yes, good morning, children. Today I am going to teach you about your chapter number 8, that is local government. And regarding that government, I am going to tell you about. Camera नहीं set ਹੁੰਦਾ फिर. Yes, students, we are going to study about your chapter number 8, political science, book constitution, class 11th, that is local government. As you have heard its name earlier also, it is very interesting topic. We have to study here why local government, why this concept was created, what is the need of the local government, that we will discuss in this chapter. And then we will study about the growth of the local government, how this local government came into its existence and came into being force, and how act was implemented in India. And then development in India, under the heading of development in India of local government, will study about two major amendments, that is 73rd Amendment 1992 and 74th Amendment. And these are the very important amendments, and most probably question is asked from these both amendments, right? From these both amendments in the exam, and how it is to be done. And here we'll talk about why this decentralization. When we talk about decentralization, it means to say there is concept of power sharing. Like in your previous chapters, this was in detail that why power sharing is desirable. It has two different reasons. And India has federal form of government where there is a separation of power, and accordingly when there is separation of power, that is into different federal unit, that is federalization. And when some powers are divided between central government as well as other constitutional units, that is state government, that is also federal form of government. But here what we are going to study in this chapter, that is something different, that is decentralization of the powers. It refers to the process when powers taken away from the central government and given to the any other tier of the government, and that is the third tier of the government, that is local government. When some powers have been taken away from central government and state government and given to local government, that is third tier of the government. Third tier of the government means here that is local panchayat government. In village it is called panchayati raj, and in cities it is called municipal committee, municipal corporations, in this way. And when this is nagar palika, we call it in our local language also nagar palikas of this. So that is the decentralization of the powers taken away from federal units and central government and given to local government, that is to panchayat. Although it was there in the mind of our constitutional framers, I would like to take the name of Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and some English people. Britishers were also of this favor that there should be decentralization, because as usually I say, only the wearer know where the shoe pinches. The people, the ward members, Panch, Sarpanch, who lives in that particular area, only they will know about the problems of that area, issues of that particular areas, what type of the needs people living there, what type of drainage system over there, sanitation, hygiene, power of supply of electricity, electricity, power supply, sweeping, cleaning, and security, some type of such type of civic amenities that is seen by those people only. In this way, we'll see here. So in this way, dear students, we are going to study about this in third tier of the government. Third tier of the government, that is various various divisions of the powers among its citizen. When we talk about local government, as I told you, that is the decentralization, that is the decentralization here, and for that decentralization local government has been created, and this process has been done during 1992, that is the 73rd amendment. And 73rd amendment is very important, right? Is very important from the point view of amendment and our this process of constitutional framers and others. And when we talk about this type of constitutional amendments, I would like to take the name of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. And when this was the major change in our constitution that was given by Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru ji also, they said that this should be movement for the masses as well as by the masses. Only then country will grow, because all the people, all the citizen of that particular country should be involved in that. Otherwise, there won't be any use of such type of movements and revolutions. Only then these movements and revolutions would be available. And for that, when we talk about these amendments, 73rd amendment, 74th amendment, from there it was very much different. I would like to tell you major feature why this decentralization, because citizen of that particular country need that type of provisions that basically created for the top to bottom, everywhere top to bottom, that is there. And when we talk about this top to bottom facilities and amenities, that is very crucial feature of our and this government. And when we talk about this type of government, and only sarpanch, it is very easy for us to go to sarpanch, but we cannot go to any IAS IPS officers. And it was the basic idea behind it was that it was created to make the country real democratic, and real democracy lies behind it only. Real democracy lies behind it only when the people who are the part of that particular country, they should see this from that right angle. And then we talk about growth of local government in India. Within this growth, we can take the example of India. You may see that till now, what are the changes have been made till now since independence. There are many changes. I will teach you this afterward in my next video. That is the long detail and 73rd. And after that, there are various levels of elected governments. When we talk about various levels of the elected government, first is union government, second is state government, and third is local government. Local government, that is the third tier of the government. That is very important. Before that, when this was not introduced, it was a very big idea behind that people should be more nearer to the citizen, representatives as well as the citizen. They should be close in touch with. There should not be any type of hesitation to tell the problem and solution of the problems, because the person who lives nearby, next door to us, within the same ward, within the same village, he would know better what is the problems there and how. Okay, problems can be known by anyone, but how to solve them according to that particular situations, particular circumstances, particular whatsoever happening things are there, that particular issues can be resolved by those people only. In this way, very important to give the reservation and to increase the number of representatives number. It is written anywhere in book I have read that the number of total elected representative in India in all the level of the government, various levels of the government, is as much as there is the population of total population of Haryana. The number is equal to, right, that is the elected representatives. The more and more elected representatives are there, ultimately they will represent the citizens, represent the common people, represent the issues, represent the problems and challenges faced by those people, and ultimately will know how to resolve this. So in this way, in this video, I have told you what is the importance of decentralization, why it was done, and what is the growth of the local government in India. Panchayati Raj, it was implemented in 1956 in India. Then this Panchayat Smitis, Block Smitis and Gram Sabha, all these things were introduced. Thank you students. Bye.